let me just kind of set the stage again in a minute. Let's see when, okay. I'm going to wait 1 second because it's showing a video of World of Warcraft Classic on my stream.
World of Warcraft?
Do you play World of Warcraft?
No, I don't know.
Oh, it's such a good game. Oh, do you really? Do you know that for our esports teams and stuff, we're playing League, and the high school we have a League of Legends team and everything. Did you know that? So you should get into that. We have an esports club here and stuff like that. All right, now, people. So yesterday we talked about commands and command blocks, right? Okay. Oh, and I need to lower the volume on this so that I don't have to hear myself while I'm... Okay. So one of the things I tried to point out is that anything you can learn how to do with a command, you can then do with a command block. One thing I love, and I'll just share this with our viewing audience, is that as I'm talking here, I see kids frantically typing commands into the console to make cool stuff happen in the game, which makes me happy. But now, here's the next big thing. So command blocks allow you to only use one command at a time. Okay, now, for me personally, as somebody who grew up coding in languages like BASIC and things, I'm accustomed to and liked when I could type in line after line after line of code and then have it all executed. Now, there are a couple of interesting ways you can do that we'll get to later also. You can actually create a file that you can call upon that runs all the commands. That's pretty awesome. You can also, with an NPC, or non-player character in Education Edition, which we'll get to soon, you can do multiple commands. But with command blocks, you can only do one command per command block. However, you can string a bunch of command blocks together using something called chain command blocks, and then that will activate the whole string of commands, okay? So I'm going to kind of demonstrate that now. Whoop, there's my cool building from yesterday. We're going to go over here. Now, let's see how we want to do this for a second. I'm going to carve out a little area here where we're going to put in a bunch of command blocks. Now, note one important thing, and I share this because it took me forever to understand why this was doing this. When I used to place them, I would just place them wherever and think that was okay. And then what I would notice is these wouldn't work in a chain because anybody know what they have to be, how they have to be configured essentially? Lucas?
They have to point in the same direction.
They have to point in the same direction. So silly me originally didn't understand that whole part of it, okay? So to do that, generally speaking, if I place this one here and I, hit shift, let's say, and I place, see how they're all facing the same way now? Okay, so that's a good sign right off the bat. Now, these are not chain command blocks yet, okay? So later you'll even learn how to copy them, so it makes that even a little easier. But here, this one is a regular. Now, this should be in your notes a little bit somewhere because you're going to want to remember how to do this. A typical command block, and if some of you want to get fancy and put screenshots in your notes, that would be nifty. A regular command block is set at impulse, unconditional, and needs redstone. Now, even though we're not using redstone per se, are we using redstone to activate the command blocks I did yesterday? No. We are, because if I have like a pressure plate or something that activates it, it's like if the light switch is right on the thing, it's like the redstone is there, but I don't need a string of it. If I used a string of it, that would work too. But you get what I'm saying? We need to activate it with some kind of redstone signal. Okay, and who do we have watching? Gosh, my eyes are not good. Hello, whoever that is. I can't read. So anyway, so the first one, we want to stay that as an impulse, conditional, and needs redstone. Our second one is where we're going to change it to a chain command block. Bless you. And we're going to, I think we're going to make this one unconditional too, and always active. Okay, which means that it's active once something sets it off. So this one, once this one is activated, in theory, that one should be too. I'm going to get rid of these for a minute just for our sake of understanding this. So this is a command block that's going to, let's say, summon a cow. And this one is going to summon a dolphin, which is not a nice thing to do on dry land. So see what happened there? So I have a cow and a dolphin. Now I have another cow and a dolphin, and so forth. Okay? Everybody close your eyes. Okay, thank you. Didn't want you to have to see that. So now, here's another little trick. See how this one's already set as a chain command block? If I use the middle mouse button, I can copy a block in Minecraft. I could do it with any block, really. See how I'm copying these blocks? So I copied the chain command block, so it already has some of the properties. And let's see what it does when I do that. You use the middle mouse button and click on it. So you have left click is break blocks, right click is place blocks, the middle mouse is copy a block. And let's see, now I'm interested in, whoop. Okay, so now let's see, so now we have all these, right? So rightfully so, just to keep on this silly thing we've been doing, summon a ocelot. And summon a, let's get a little more fun. This one will summon a chicken, and we know what this will do now, right? And we will summon a not-so-flying pig. Okay? Now, let's see what happens now. Ready? Poof. Uh-oh. Oh, the pig made it from 10. That was okay. So that's real simple stuff, right? Now, question for some of you. Can you tell me what other things you now can think of that we could do? And notice how they're more summoning as somebody else steps on our pressure plate. What are some other things we could do now that we have this idea? Just spitball some. Now, see, Lucas, that needs to be, the first one's not a chain. All the other ones have to be chain command blocks. Well, you had it, okay. But so anyway, what other ideas are coming to mind? Just curious what you would think you might be able to do with chain command blocks. And give me some ideas. What's coming to mind? Anything for some of you saying like, oh my gosh, now I think I could do this? Any ideas while my world gets cluttered with cows, dolphins, chickens, and pigs? Any thoughts? Come on, people. What would you like to do? Ah, there we go. What would you do?
So you can be like a trap.
What could you do?
You can set like a trap, and if someone steps on the pressure plate, so you do the command blocks like so you can't see them.
So you what?
So you can't see
Right,
them.
and
And then you, if you step on the pressure plate, like if you make a game, you step on the pressure plate, and it's the wrong pressure plate, you die from the creeper or TNT.
okay, so you could have it that you die by a creeper or TNT or something. You could also, gosh, you could be really cruel and do this. Let's see if this will work. There we go, and oops. That's kind of a horrible fate. So that would be one way to have a trap, wouldn't you say? So that's a possibility. Let's see. Somebody's saying something. I need to increase my font here. I'm getting old and have bad eyesight. There we go. Let's say Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is such a cool way to teach and allow others to see into your classroom. Thank you. Would be awesome if you included the objective as text above. I absolutely. So the text, actually, the commands and command blocks is shown at the bottom, I think, and I did mean to have it in this box here. Hi, dinner beef. Okay, so I'm going to respawn, and I'm going to not keep dying. Where did my command blocks go, even? Oh, this is, remember yesterday we set a spawn point? So let's see. Oh, boy. This is getting ugly here. Okay, let's oops. Oh, I can't do that because... Let's not... Oh, what happened? Wait a minute. Oh, it was this one. Let's not do that. So how about this, though? What if... Here's an idea for you, and I'm going to give you a little challenge, sort of. Well, first, I'll show you a couple other little things just to give you a little context. What if I did this? What would happen now? I got it. Then here, I'll clear my inventory. Now I gave myself a diamond sword. Okay? I have all these things. I don't really want to do that. I'm going to... This is... Kill adder. Alright, let's get rid of these other ones for a minute. So, what if you wanted to... Somebody was saying create about a mini game. Here's a little challenge for you, and we'll see if anybody can get it. If not, feel free to play around with other ideas for these chain command blocks. But here's your challenge. Ready? Yesterday, you remember we learned the fill command? Okay. Now, you could have the fill command start anywhere. I could start the fill way up in the sky if I want. Okay? Let's say we want to create a quick mini game that is the following. Ready? Listen up for the challenge. Here's your challenge. Listen, stop, look, listen. Okay. With command blocks, I want you to create a sort of an arena. Okay, that could be a hollow building of sorts, right? I want you to put some mobs in this arena. So you might have to place them and think about where you want to place them. Okay, I want you to give your player a weapon so that he or she are hopefully safe when they get in there, or a little safer. And I want you to teleport the player into this arena. So for example, let's say you want to have it so it creates the arena with a command block. It gives your player the sword. It puts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say skeletons in there. It then puts you in there, and then you have to fight. Make sense? Now that's your challenge. Some of you could do it. You could work together. I want to see who can come up with this with command blocks, where in other words, I step on one command block and the whole thing happens. I'm going to do it as well, but don't watch what I'm doing. Hey, Nick. So let's see. Now the question, sometimes if you're not sure what it would be, you might want to go to the actual, because I often forget how to spell skeleton. There is an E in it. And sometimes it's good to test it along the way, too. Let's see if this much works so far. Oh. Alright, almost. But I gotta realize now. I'm also make sure you're not in peaceful mode if you want to have mobs come in. And I often end up putting my, let's see. How do you destroy a command block? You could break it in creative mode. Why, did you do a repeat command block? Right now, the kids are in their own worlds, but they technically certainly can be in worlds together. We're just, for the purpose of just testing this out, we didn't go there, but that's something they'll be doing when they make their final, their real projects and such. But they could, and actually, yeah, and then they could both work on it together. See, remember to sometimes use these coordinates for when we want to do certain things, right? Like in this case, I know where I want to teleport my guy absolutely. You could also, if you're smart about it, you can go into like Notepad or something and copy and paste some of your code. I'm also wondering if you can copy an exact command block and have it keep the properties of it. So let's see now. Oh boy. So here's mine so far. Oh, and I should actually make it into adventure mode too. I'm going to do a few things. I'm going to make it adventure mode. And I'm going to make it maybe nighttime. What's that? 0 space hollow. And the 0, if it was the type of thing, like let's say it was cement, where the different numbers mean a different color, that 0 could be 1, 2, 3, 4. It would change the color. But in the case of obsidian, it's just going to be obsidian. What was the last thing I was going to do? Time set night. What other mobs do y'all like to fight? What's that? The Ender Dragon will blow up my whole thing, won't it? Vindicate. What does the Vindicator do? Okay, but it won't blow up my.
Will you make a hollow again?
0, like at the end, like say obsidian space 0 space hollow.
Okay.
The 0 is what you need before the hollow.
I just tried that.
I'll come over it. There's probably a reason. Let's say, whoop, oh, here we go. Where's the Vindicator? Oh, there he is. Oh, I'm in creative. That's why they're not fighting me. Okay. Oh wait, why didn't they turn it into adventure mode? I gotta look at that. If you need help after that, let me know. Now, why did I lose my... Why did it choose not to make it adventure mode? Did I take that out? Time set night. Oh, you know what's interesting is... Huh. Why did it not turn it to adventure mode? Interesting. Sometimes if you have one of these are wrong, it messes up the whole chain. Ah, look at this. I made my guy get a diamond sword up. Yeah. So you use that fill command. I don't know why it's not turning into adventure mode. So you have to do that whole fill command. Remember that from the other day? And then at the end of the fill, when you fill from here to here, like diamond or glass, and then space and zeros to column. You need all that fill stuff. Remember how to do that? No. I just want to see if you can do it. Does anybody know why? Some of you look up here for a second and tell me if you can tell why it's not changing to adventure mode. No, I'm not on peaceful. And that shouldn't matter anyway, I don't think. So let's see. So here I've got fill that with hollow, right? Then give me a diamond sword, which let's clear the inventory and see what happens now. See, it's doing. Let's kill E also. No, because. All right, let's go.
So I just did the fill and what you told me, and I just tried it, and it said on unexpected errors.
Okay, hold on one sec. Let's see. All right, anybody? Let's see. Let's look at this together for a second. So that one looks fine. That looks fine. That's summoning a zombie. That's summoning another zombie. That's summoning a Vindicator. That's teleporting me. That's supposedly making it game mode A. Maybe we have to actually be more specific in a command. Nope. Let's see. / game mode A. There it's A. Whoop. Anybody watching know why? Maybe we should put the game mode A earlier. Let's just see what we have. What do we have here? Let's just change it here just to see. Game. Oh, you know why? Do you know why it wasn't doing the game mode part? Because I have to say who to make game mode for. Like, in this case, game mode adventure at all players, let's say. Now the funny thing is now it's not going to work because I just... Oh, now it worked. Okay, there we go. Oh, thank you. Do you see this? So, this is really great. If you... Thank you, Dinner. Let's see. Respawn. If I want to... Check this out. Let's say I know I'm going to want a bunch of these... to spawn a bunch of these without retyping each one, let's say. Boom. Uh-oh. So, not that one. This one. Nope. This one. Watch this. Click. He said click. Nope, that wasn't it. Click. Then middle click. Maybe that was it. Ah, that kept the properties of it. So, it's still the middle click, but it's the... That's awesome. So, you get that? So, watch this. So, now... I think even this one's still going to have it. Let's see. Oh, so if I want to do like 10 zombies a lot easier, that's how you would do that. That's the problem. That's what I was trying to say is you can't do multiple. So this is the answer. It's like each one, think of it like it's a line of code, a line of code, a line of code, a line of code. Okay, whoop, telephone. And David, I'll be with you in a second too. Hello. Yeah, Bridget is not here, correct? Correct. Yep. All right. David, let me help you out. many, did it give you that error that said that it couldn't fill that many blocks? Yeah, so try this though. Try 50 and be at 30. It is number, no, average number 250. That's just going to let 30 more. You 80 plus 30 would be 118. No, you already have the 80. So 118. And space. And then you this one 78. Space. That way you want to make it out of. Like diamond. No, see, trick 2. As you start typing, it's the first one there. You can finish it. How do you do that thing? Which thing? Taco? Oh, the James O'Hagan is with us. Good morning. Yes.
I did it.
You did it?
Yeah.
The arena?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to join your world so we can show it on the stream, okay? So one of my students claims to have completed the challenge. So I'm going to save and exit. You know what you're going to have to do? I think you're going to have to give me a join code. I'm new to this part of this thing in Education Edition. If I go to join world, go to, what is it, Rail? Rail, pickaxe. Alex, Panda. Okay, confirm. I'm going to join your world if it lets me. All right, here we go. So there it is. But I'm going to run it and see what happens. So I go here. I'm in the arena. Oh, you need a command block that makes it adventure mode for @P or @A, right? Do you know what I mean? And then you have. So you did who? So you were the nearest one to it, even though I stepped on it? You were probably closer to the command block. So make it @A so every player gets put in adventure mode. You know what I mean? And then were there supposed to be things to fight?
The zombies burned up.
Yeah, well that's because it's daytime, right? So think about that also. So tell me when it's ready for me to try again. Anybody else get it? Do you see how great this is going to be when you create your game in here and you want, let's say one of your challenges to be an arena, and you can say, oh, I have an idea. I'll just make it that when the person gets here, poof, it just appears. So you ready for me to try it again? Yes? Oh, here we are. Okay. Now I'm in adventure. This seems like a tough one. Oh, whoa. I fell out. That's interesting. Oh my, this is tough. Ah, man. Thanks, James. Take good care. Talk to you soon. Wow, that was tough. Your game is not easy. Now, do you notice here, even though some of this blew up, the command blocks stay intact? The only problem is it can blow up a pressure plate, so we need that again. Anybody else have it and want me to try theirs?
I need help.
Okay, let me help you. From where to where? Well, you can either do it there or you can do it as relative to where you are with that squiggly, remember? Space, squiggly, if you want to do it right from where you are, space, squiggly. And then if you do let's say you want it from where you are to 20, 20, 20 from there, right? So you now do squiggly 20, squiggly 20, squiggly 20. Now here, let's do this too though. Let's say you probably don't want it to be right where you are because then it might include your command blocks in there. So maybe you want to start it in the air by another squiggly, and then the number 10 after regular. And then make this 30. So it's a 20 by 20 by 20. You have to actually go to the end before you can. Yeah. And what do you want to make it out of? Okay, so space, obsidian. Then do you want it hollow or full or what? Yeah, I think you need it hollow. So space, put it back in there.
Yeah, just click spawn. Yeah, now you can spawn
I think so. Let's do this. Let's go back in. Which one was it? This one?
Don't use monster.
Now do space. Oops, I had this on there. 0. Space, hollow. And then that should, and then remember you need to activate it with like a pressure plate or something. Yes. Whoa, you blowing up your whole world there? What's up? Wait. Oh, cool. Did you build it with the code though? Or did you just build it? Okay, so what do you need help with? Okay, so you want to give yourself a command block for starters. At S for self. You can't do the spaces. Good. Now you have a command block. Now you have where do you want to place it? Where do you want the game to start? Where do you want the person to be? Okay. So remember you don't want these to be in a chain eventually, right? So you can actually start outside of the whole arena, remember, and then that'll bring them into the arena. That gives you more space. Yeah. You don't need one if you have your guy teleported in automatically. So start with placing, and you're going to make a string of these, so you might actually want to place 20 to get more room, you know what I mean, so you're not worried about it again. Now I would bury them. I would just one. Now only start with one command block first, okay? Now, what? Yeah, so what do you want to do with that one? No, not that one. The first one can't be a chain. All the ones after it. Yep. So what do you want to make the command for? Yeah, so let's say you're going to summon something. One of the things you're going to want to know is where you want to summon this. So you're going to want to probably a piece of paper or something, a scrap paper. Because where, let's say you want to summon one right here. If you have your coordinates showing, you can decide that you're going to summon this exactly at this space. So I would write that down, -2, 4, 87. You could also do it like this. Is it -2, 4, 87? Okay, that way, and you can even actually be smart about it. You can copy that. Okay. Now, we go back here to where your command block is. So now, right click on the command block, hit summon, and what are you going to summon? No, you don't really need a slash anywhere, you can, but you don't need it. Summon what? Could be anything. But there could be a poor cow there that anybody else has to okay, space. Now, Control V to paste those coordinates, right? Now this is summon a pig there. So hit close. Now, let's say that's the first one. Can I show you something real quick? Now what you want to do, remember, is you have to place them all so they're facing each other like this. Okay, because then it's going to come this way. This one you do want to have the chain. Yeah, but if I do this, copy, now I have that chain command block. And if I want to have it, yeah, but anyway, now you put whatever you want there. And then ultimately, it'll keep doing it. So yeah, I was helping some students there. Dinner. But oh, you mean like he just destroyed the whole world I was in. Anybody else want me to check their world? Actually, we're close. We have about 5 minutes. If anybody else completed a neat project with the command blocks and wants me to go into their world and test it, I'm happy to do that.
I think I'm almost ready.
Okay.
I need one more thing.
All right. The possibilities here are starting to seem endless, aren't they? Oh, look at that. It's nice to see, though, that command blocks don't get killed. Everybody else, you girls trying to get something going? Okay, did you do it with code? With a command block? Or just slash, checking it in this slash? You did? Okay, you can build this? That's cool. Oops, I'm getting beaten up. You know what I'm getting here? You getting the idea? Okay. Whoa, Ethan's giving me diamonds. Thank you, Ethan. Although I'm not collecting them. Look at all my diamonds. Let's see. Give at S potion. So I can give myself a baked potato. Like I can give myself splash potion. I don't know how to give it the potions that I also give the properties to. You mean like I don't know. See, right, because I guess that's not something you can do the way you're thinking you want to do it, but you can enchant something, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure. I forget how to do that. Okay, now folks, you do only have 2 minutes, so it's going to be time to save, quit, and exit. Tomorrow, oh, and I meant to do it today, but tomorrow we're going to do a little bit with something called Code Builder, bless you, and then you're going to have an amazing arsenal of tools or a huge toolbox to help you build and stuff in Minecraft. Then we're going to talk about what our actual project is. So there you got it. Oh, you can give effect. Give at S effect. Give effect. Huh. I have to figure that out a little. All right, folks. I'm going to stop our stream now. Thanks for everybody who's watching. And have a